Hey everyone, I just wanted to take some time to put together this video on all the different career options you're all going to have once you finish your bachelor's degree in exercise science. So this is something that I wasn't really um, presented to about when I was an undergrad in exercise science. So hopefully this is valuable to you as you move on through the rest of your bachelor's degree and into your career as health and fitness professionals. That's just a quick agenda of what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Um, so, what exactly is a bachelor's degree in exercise science? I know even that you might be asking yourself this, and you might have been in the program for a while now. So, what exactly is a bachelor's degree in exercise science, and where can that take you? So, what type of careers can you obtain with a bachelor's degree in exercise science? Where individuals like you with a bachelor's degree in exercise science employed and working? And can your degree as exercise science be used as a stepping stone onto other professional career options? And what are these other career options? Specifically, professional degrees. So, what is a bachelor's degree in exercise science? I know this is going to sound really bad, but it'll make sense once I'm done with this slide. It's an undergraduate non-professional degree. Okay, so a professional degree is a degree that specifically leads to a profession. So exercise science degrees are not, they don't lead directly to one single profession. And in my opinion, that's a great thing. There are just so many different directions you can go in when you have a degree in exercise science, and we'll go over a lot of those. But it's all dependent on you, your drive, your goals, the population you'd like to work with, the environment you'd like to work in. There are just so many endless opportunities that different fields that you get into when you have a degree in exercise science and different careers and populations again you can work with. Now, professional degrees are degrees that lead directly to a profession in a defined occupational field after graduation. So some examples of these are, and as I know some of you have interest in eventually going on to professional graduate degree programs, such as athletic training, physical therapy, physical therapist assistant, occupational therapy assistant. I'll go over those, the PT versus PTA, OT versus OTA, chiropractor, dietitian, speech pathologist, mental health counselor, physician's assistant, and even medical doctor. So those are considered professional degrees that you'll have to go through an accredited degree program and then sit for certifications and licensure, and specifically within the state. So what can you do with an exercise science degree? So like I said, the options are pretty much endless. And now the thing is, you can't expect careers just to drop in your lap. It's not a professional degree, so you're not guaranteed to do one specific thing, but you need to be thinking about this through your time in your bachelor's degree program, uh, also with your internships, volunteer hours, things like that. Dip your feet in a lot of different waters and see what you enjoy best. Sometimes having a bad experience is a good thing, to know that that's an environment or a population you might not want to work with. So things that you can do, I strongly suggest, and I'll even put the link to my other presentation on all the different certifications within our field and which one's best for you. I'll put that link in the comments section, below this video, that you can watch that. But I'd highly suggest that you get into personal training, while you're in school. The earlier the better. So getting certified as a personal trainer, getting out there, getting experience. Even if you want to work in something other than personal fitness training, it gets you that one-on-one experience, working with individuals, and that could be the difference between even getting into grad school, having that experience working with individuals as a personal trainer, group fitness instructor. With your degree, you can become exercise physiologist, exercise specialist, and things like corporate fitness, strength and conditioning specialist with your degree, be a sports and human performance scientist, group fitness director. Now, sometimes you'll be required to have a bachelor's degree a lot of times to get in management positions, so director and management positions, as well as coordinator positions. Director positions, working in like here in campus recreation, which is a great field to get into as well as working, which is a course you guys will have, health coaching, health and wellness coaching. That's become big, and also being a physical education teacher. So that's something that you can do. Phys ed is kind of phased out, and exercise science has come in. Exercise science, kinesiology. Based on the state that you're in, you might need to get a temporary teaching certificate and take additional classes. Usually a temporary teaching certificate lasts about 3 years, and then you have to get some other courses under your belt so you can get a full-time teaching certificate to be able to teach physical education. So you can see there are so many different possibilities, and this isn't even all of them. So where are people like you with a bachelor's degree employed? So there's just so many opportunities with different populations, different environments for you to be employed with an exercise science degree, and these are just some of them. So athletic associations like within cities, towns, little leagues, things like that, college and university sport associations, college and university recreation, like I mentioned, corporate fitness. That's, a lot of companies are putting health centers within their corporations, within their campuses, huge ones, Google, Yahoo, Facebook. They all, have campuses and they have fitness centers because the healthier the employees, the more productive they are, the lower the healthcare costs. Country clubs, a lot of them have wellness centers, government agencies, as well as military. Grade schools, high schools, again, being phys ed teachers, health teachers, fitness technology companies, those are becoming huge since technology has blown up in our industry of health and fitness. Health and fitness clubs, gyms, wellness centers, hospitals, cardiac rehab, neuro recovery, hospital wellness centers, nonprofit community facilities like your YMCAs and your JCAs, rehabilitation clinics, sports medicine clinics, working with helping to rehabilitate, and even mostly post rehabilitation, sports teams, leagues, as well as sporting good companies, equipment companies, shoe companies, things like that, sneaker companies, as well as being your own employer. So being an entrepreneur, self-employment as consultant, contractor, entrepreneur, as well as a lot of people are very successful with online training as well as online blogging and owning their own company. So can exercise science be used as a stepping stone degree to other professional career options? Short answer is yes. However, I think too often exercise science is viewed as just as a stepping stone degree, as opposed to a degree in itself, with all the great things that you can do with your exercise science degree as personal trainer, group fitness instructor, exercise physiologist, strength and conditioning coach. There's just so many things and so many people out there that need you, again, with the epidemic of obesity and obesity related diseases and conditions. So short answer, yes, but you have to have a plan, specifically a realistic plan. So you're looking at least a 3.0 to get into graduate school. So do you qualify for that? And if not, then graduate school is not for you. And you've been presented with a lot of different options, career options you can do with an exercise science degree. So you're getting an amazing degree that you can help a lot of people with. So please don't let that go to waste. Just viewing this as a stepping stone degree onto other things. And yes, it is a good stepping stone onto degrees like physical therapy and occupational therapy and chiropractic, because you're doing a lot of the same things just with healthy individuals as opposed to individuals that have injuries and that need to be rehabilitated. Um, for me, luckily early on, I realized physical therapy wasn't right for me. So I decided to go back to school and get my graduate degrees in exercise science and kinesiology. So that's an option for you as well if you want to get into more advanced aspects of exercise science and kinesiology. You may be required to have that to be, exercise physiologist, strength and conditioning coach, and, in college and professional ranks, research settings, military, and as well as management positions. And then you have professional degree options. Now, these aren't just graduate degrees like masters and doctorates. I'm going to provide you with some examples of associates and bachelor's professional degrees that you can go back to school for without viewing that as going backwards within your academic journey. So what are other career options, and what's needed to get there? Specifically professional degrees, not just professional graduate degrees. And I need you to understand that these professional associate degrees are considered terminal degrees, so you are not taking a step backwards if you were to have a bachelor's in exercise science and go back to school to get your associates in physical therapist assistant or occupational therapy assistant. So these are terminal degrees, meaning that if somebody that originally went to school for one of these wanted to go on to be a physical therapist or an occupational therapist, not an assistant, they would have to go back to school for their bachelor's, ideally exercise science, and then on to their doctorate in physical therapy or their master's or doctorate in occupational therapy. So again, these are the ones that get to do all the fun stuff. The assistants are the ones that take the patients through their exercise programs, where nowadays, especially in busy outpatient facilities, the physical therapists and occupational therapists a lot of times are doing the assessments and a lot of the paperwork and have to do with insurance and things like that. So, and these assistants make good money and very, very rewarding positions and jobs. So professional bachelor's degree, nursing. So if you have all the gen eds and the sciences, you can go through an accelerated nursing program and go do all the bachelor's nursing classes and courses to be able to become a nurse, become a registered nurse. Professional master's degrees, you have athletic training now being a master's. Occupational therapy is still a master's, although you can also choose to do a doctorate instead. Somewhat the same, a little bit longer with a doctorate, but and they have to call you doctor, but somewhat the same. Nutrition dietetics to be a registered dietitian, physician assistant, speech pathology, clinical mental health counseling, like we have here, a master's degree within Catawba in clinical mental health counseling. And then finally professional doctoral degrees, physical therapy, occupational therapy, chiropractic, medicine, so like being a medical doctor, as well as podiatry. So these are professional doctorate degrees that you have the option to move on to from your bachelor's degree. So, but again, is it the right fit for you and do you qualify? All right. So just please remember that exercise science in itself is an amazing degree. It's an amazing profession. There are so many people out there that can use your help as a personal trainer, group fitness instructor, exercise physiologist, exercise specialist, strength and conditioning specialist, all of the different things that you can do with this degree that we've talked about. So please don't look at this like some people do as just a stepping stone degree, because in itself it's an amazing degree, and I wouldn't be where I am now without it. So hopefully this was helpful, and I thank you for listening.